This is a video for a Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 diesel executive version. This is the top of the range car. The car currently is covered 67,966 miles and is registered PJ55GWE. Purpose of the test drive is just to show anyone who's coming to look at the car, or maybe coming a long way away, just to give you a bit of reassurance that the car drives as it should, as it's intended to, and to highlight any issues that there may be on the vehicle, which I can let you know about prior to coming. We bought this car a couple of days ago from a dealership who's taken the car on part exchange. Our company specialises in Honda cars, as you can probably tell from our website. Both myself and Tony worked for the Honda main dealer in Bristol for many years, and still have a very close relationship with that garage. This particular car has been in the same family from new. It's been very, very well maintained, and judging by the condition of the interior here, which hasn't even been cleaned yet, there are obviously people who took a pride in their cars, because the car is in absolutely wonderful condition on the inside. It really is. There will be a second video, which will be a walk-around video of the vehicle on the outside, showing the exterior condition, tyres, wheels and panel work of the car. You know, one thing that you can do, you can rest assured, if you're going to come to us, that the car drives absolutely beautifully. You know, I'm on the motorway now at motorway speeds. It tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no wobble through the steering wheel. There's no strange noises. The engine pulls really, really sweetly. The clutch is really good, very light. There's no nasty vibrations, and there's no slip at all from the clutch at all. Just a really, really nice example, actually. You know, we sell a lot of them, and you know, we try and pick out the very best to supply to you. And this certainly, for a car which has done, you know, a very low mileage for its age, because 67,000 miles after 10 years motoring is half the national average. So it's a really, really rare car to find. Obviously, being an executive car, this means the car comes with a full leather interior, and being diesel, it means it comes in when they facelifted the car as well. So you get the new dials on the dashboard, you get the audio controls, remote control up here, and your cruise control system as well. Obviously, you can see you've got a fully functional sat nav on the vehicle, which isn't always the case on them. But as I said, it really does smack of a car that's been very, very well looked after. I've just actually set the cruise control. I don't know whether you can actually see that on the video or not, but it all works absolutely perfectly. Just turning it off now. I've tried all the other functions. Everything works exactly as it should, so that's good. Tyre noise is well suppressed, so it's on good quality tyres from what, you know, judging by the road trip so far. The things that you obviously will be concerned about if you're going to be coming a long distance is things like, you know, how does it brake, what does the car feel like. Genuinely, you know, I've had absolutely tons of CR-Vs, this shape and the new shape as well, and you won't fault the car at all. It's absolutely beyond criticism. The brakes are really solid, right at the top of the pedal, really well modulated. There's no vibrations when you hit the pedal hard. The clutch is fantastic. The engine's, you know, really, really sweet. The car rides absolutely beautifully. They always did this shape CR-V. You know, they were noted for having a very good ride, and I simply can't fault it. So, with the diesel version, you get this lovely 6-speed gearbox as well. So here I am doing sort of 50 miles an hour, and I'm only pulling around 1400 RPM. So, you know, obviously according to my fuel economy gauge, I'm doing about 60 miles per gallon at the moment. So, you know, it really is a very easy car to achieve sort of mid-40s to the gallon, which is what I always used to get out of mine. But you do have to drive them in a certain way. You don't drive them like a petrol, so if you're doing 45, 50, be in 6th gear. Don't hang around in sort of 3rd or 4th or 5th, because that's where you'll end up doing sort of mid-30s to gallon and wondering why you're not getting good economy out of the car. It's got so much guts, you know. Here I am 43, just put my foot down and it'll pick up immediately and go. There's no fluff or flutter from the engine. The CTDI engine's a great engine. It's very, very smooth. I mean, these speeds, you know, you couldn't separate it from a petrol engine in terms of refinement. And pulling along, especially if you're going to be doing a bit of towing, maybe with a caravan or trailer, you know, it's got a 2-ton towing capacity. I tow a big Bailey's twin-axle caravan with one of these, and it pulls it without any problem at all. A very, very good towing vehicle, very stable. But obviously, you know, with the diesel particularly, you've got loads and loads of guts to the engine, so it really does kind of haul it along from low revs. And even if you're not towing, if you've got kids in the back and a load of luggage and stuff on the roof, if you mount anything there, the petrol engine's a very, very good engine. But obviously, if you're loaded up, then you'll be up and down the gearbox a bit more. Whereas on the diesel engine, you can hold it in the higher gears longer without any issue at all. I mean, I'm pulling off now, so it's 45, still in 6th gear, and it just accelerates really cleanly and crisply without any issues at all. The gearbox is really lovely and light. It's a pleasure to use. Always finds its way home into the gear you want to go into. A lot of 4-wheel drives, again, you jump into and they can be kind of quite clumsy and clunky to drive. It's worth pointing out obviously the car, you know, it is 4-wheel drive, but it's got a really, really clever 4-wheel drive system, which is so simple. Honda worked out quite quickly that most people would never utilise the 4-wheel drive on their cars, and so have designed a system which basically, like now, will be running in front-wheel drive as per any normal car. That way you minimise fuel losses by not running a permanent 4-wheel drive system. You cut down on drivetrain wear and tear, so it's not putting extra wear on sort of CV joints and drive shafts. Subsequently, it means that tyre wear is dramatically minimised compared to other 4-wheel drive cars, and the only time it will actually come in is if it needs to. So, you know, for sake of argument, if I was towing my caravan, as I have on many a soft pitch, put your foot down to pull away and the front wheels start to spin, then instantaneously the rear wheels will kick in at the same time, and it's just like a little shove in your back, and I've never even come close to getting stuck, especially if you've got something on the back of you like a caravan. It puts extra weight on the rear wheels, which adds traction. It's a brilliant system, and it obviously turns itself off straight away as soon as it senses you don't need it anymore. I mean, to give you some idea, we've probably sold, I reckon, in the region of about sort of 400 or 500 CRVs over the last few years, and we've never once touched the 4-wheel drive system, and that can't be said of some of the competitors' cars that we've sold over the last few years, which we now no longer sell because of the issues with them. But it's a great car, you know, on, you know, motorway or a road like this. It's a very, very, very relaxing car to drive. It's got a lovely, solid feel to the car. You know, it doesn't have any of the kind of the pitching and wallowing you'd expect from a 4-wheel drive. It drives exactly as a taller saloon. I would rate the ride actually better than the newer shape ones, which probably corner slightly flatter, which is the offset. But in terms of actual ride comfort, this is a really comfortable car. wife and I both drive CRVs, and we use them particularly because obviously, with families and the way with the kids, it's an ideal sized car for that. But also because we live out in the country out here, and it's ideal for just being able to peek over hedges to see sort of tractors trundling the other way, which you might not see until a bit later in a conventional car. I'm just going to sort of push it through a couple of corners a little bit quicker. Not to say that it's even remotely sort of illegal or antisocial, but just to show you just how sure-footed and how stable this car is. This is like a nice constant curve corner. Just turn into it and it just holds its line absolutely beautifully. No fuss, no wallowing about. It really is it's a great car. As a company, we offer all our cars with a national warranty that can be extended to anything up to 2 years on the vehicle. All our cars go through a pre-delivery inspection check just to make sure that obviously they're good and safe for the road. If they're due a service, they'll be serviced as well. If there's less than 6 months MOT on a car, we'll always put a new MOT on the car as well, and that's never done by us. It's done by an independent garage to ensure that it's a genuine MOT on the vehicle. And as I said, we road test every vehicle ourselves personally, so if there are any issues with the car that we can pick up on, they will get those attended to before anyone comes to see the vehicle or intends to drive the car away. The Hondas have given us great service and our customers great service, but we'd like to minimise any risk of any sort of mechanical issues you may confront with any car. Even Hondas can go wrong, as rare as it is, but so I hope the video has been of some help. As I said, if there's anything wrong with the car, I would tell you, but I genuinely can find nothing on the car in terms of driving the vehicle that you wouldn't be anything other than delighted about. If I have missed something, the number's on the website, so please do call us and we'll look into it. And I apologise if I've missed anything fundamental or obvious that I should have mentioned to you. Well, so again, close to where I live now, and you can see why the CRV is ideal for what we use them for. Because it's little country lanes, and they are absolutely in the element here.